Hello, my name is Jacob Brinson, and this is the final version of my courtyard project. Let's go ahead and play the level for you. Maybe. There we go. Okay, here we go. Just kind of take a look at the scene here. As you can tell, if I press M, which is using the level, or N, which is using the level blueprint to switch between night and day, set that up to where the N key would bring in the night scene and the M key would bring in the morning scene. In the daytime, the time of day was set up using the directional light, and the color of the sky was set up using the sky atmosphere. I also messed with something called Rayleigh scattering in the sky atmosphere. Where's it at? Here it is. Rayleigh scattering. And the way that I think of Rayleigh scattering is almost like a pair of sunglasses that gets put over top of the sun. And this dial here, the more you scale this dial up, the darker those shades get. Okay. And then I also changed the me scattering. And the way that I think of me scattering is like the size of the particles in the air itself. So the larger the size of the particles are, the more they absorb the light that's going to be cast down from the sun. Okay. I also used volumetric lighting fog in the scene. This is a great way to create depth within the scene itself, as well as create those beautiful God rays that you can see here. I also messed with some settings in the post-process volume. I changed things in the exposure, changed things in the lumen settings, but I also messed with the slope, toe, and shoulder, which controls how bright or dim the shadows and highlights are within the scene. I also messed with the color grading, the temperature here. This kind of sets the temperature in the entire scene. We changed this from color temperature to white balance. And as you can see, if I change the temperature here, we can go from like a nice white to like a deep, deep yellow. You know what I mean? Kind of cool. And then let's switch to the night scene. Talk about that a little bit. Okay, so for the night scene, I set the time of day once again using the directional light. Once again, set the color of the scene by using the sky atmosphere, as well as the temperature in the post-process grading, the post-process color grading. In order for Unreal to know that I have a moon and a sun, I actually had to do something specific. Had to go into here to the directional light and set the atmospheric sunlight index to 1 for the moon and 0 for the sun. I also applied volumetric lighting to the night scene. Once again, this really dispersed the fog throughout the scene and created depth. With the post process, I changed the usual lumen and exposure settings, like you know how the usual stuff is, right? And then I also changed the slope, toe, and shoulder. And once again, I changed, which once again is going to change how bright and dim the highlights and shadows are within the scene, as well as I changed the color grading once again. But hey, with that being said, my name is Jacob Brinson, and this is my courtyard project. Thank you for watching.